What's up, everybody? So,
So,
Mike, you got any updates in your marriage?
well, if anybody doesn't know, soon, and I'm talking soon, within 2 weeks, I will be taking that plunge of getting married to the woman I've been with for 9 years of my life, which
That's
is going to be
crazy.
awesome.
9 years.
9 years,
already.
I waited. I made sure. I had to make sure down to the last second.
Well, I mean, yeah, you guys were pretty much already married.
Yeah, basically. For in the state's
Well,
eyes,
isn't that
we're-
common law? 7 years?
I think it's 6, actually. It might even be less than that now. I feel like if you move in with somebody, boom, you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so that actually is going to be the next topic of our conversation, which are marriages, long-term, temporary, and all of these ridiculous marriages that now that came up. Because, I mean, I'm old school. You know, I've always been that old school. And I'm not saying I'm not knocking anybody for the choices they make. It's just want to show you how different it is from when I was growing up till.
So now, and if they're even legal, I mean, how?
Yeah, I don't even know how most of these are legal.
Like, if you go to when you pick up your marriage license, and say this is the kind of marriage I'm having, I wonder, I'm not even sure, like.
I don't. Just to
what
tell you,
states are okay?
Yeah, I just filled out one of those cards, but I tell you the truth, nowadays, I see name, address, I just blind, and it just I didn't even ask to see if there was even a category on different marriages on that license. I would assume so.
I don't know, because on my marriage license, I didn't remember seeing a category, but I do remember when my wife and I were there signing for the marriage.
Yep.
The lady asked us, and she says she has to ask this question to everybody. She goes, "Are you guys cousins?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
And I was like, "What?" She goes, "Yes, because in New Jersey, you're allowed to marry your first cousin." Which I didn't know that until
I didn't even know that now. You just
you thought West Virginia and all those other places were crazy. So I guess that is it's actually more common than you think. A lot of states actually allow that.
Man, that's crazy.
I guess.
And I want if anybody doesn't know, I have Googled a list of, different types of marriages. And oddly, a bunch of stuff came up. There's not just one type of monogamy. There's not just one type of polygamy. It's just it's all over the place.
Well, let me tell you something first. Tell you even how we even got here to this conversation. You gotta tell them that story.
Okay, so I read an article. I think it was like 2 days ago, and it was about this man and the headline read "Trophy Husband." Okay, so I'm like, okay, because
awesome.
I kind of consider myself a trophy husband. If you didn't know, now you guys know. I consider myself a trophy husband. But anyway, getting back to the story. Okay, so this man is living with these 2 women, and now these women they're successful. One owns her own company, and one's like the manager of a marketing company.
Okay.
So both of them, make great money. So they have said that this man that they want to marry is a trophy husband. He doesn't need to do anything but just stay at home while they make the money. Now, the crazy thing that I saw about the whole article was that the 2 women legally went and changed their last name to his last name, but he is not married to any of these 2.
So see,
so what I got out of the first 2 paragraphs. First off, the man is winning. Simple as that. This guy is winning.
Plain and simple, he's winning.
He's winning.
But the problem is, though, so even though they did change their last names to his last name, okay, but neither of them, any of them, are not legally married, right?
Okay.
So what if something happens and you kick the guy out?
Well, again,
and he don't get anything.
You got to realize now with these common laws, if he's been there already, living with these 2 women, he's entitled to.
You know what? I'm going to look that up right now, because I need to understand what exactly, like, how
again,
how this works.
Yeah, again, there's just it just caught my attention because of the fact that maybe they changed it. Because if anybody knows, once you get married, that tax return or refund you get astronomically gets cut down. Okay.
All right, so listen to this. Okay, so this is a common law. Now this is a generalization. Okay, it says number one, you must live together. The amount of time varies by state. Okay. Number two, you both must have the legal right or capacity to marry. Both must be 18 years old, or it varies by state. Okay.
So yeah, he's winning.
Number three is you both must intend to be married. So what is that supposed to mean? So
say, hey baby, I love you. We gonna get married one day. That's intent. So
yeah, I guess so. So how could you
maybe a friendship ring?
How could you say, yeah, but like, how could you put a time on, like, okay, we've been living together for 5 years.
I know people living for 10, 15 and not get married.
So I guess the common law comes in, like, if you broke up and she was like, oh, I want half your stuff.
Or I want him out, or this is mine. I guess that's
it's almost like, it would be almost similar to an actual divorce.
Yeah.
Because it's common law.
Because obviously they can't determine whose is who. And it's all hearsay at that point.
But see, what crazes me is that if it's a must intend, so let's say you get together for 5 years and something happens between you guys, and the guy or the girl, and she's like, no, I never intended to marry him. And that's all it is his word. So how do you prove that? How do you prove there was an intention there?
You can't. I mean, there's only an intention if you guys that's why I feel like it's the time of togetherness that matters the most. Because if they're there for a couple months and he says, oh, I intend to marry you, no, that gets thrown out. A couple months, I mean, people go, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's got to be a...
I mean, you have to, if the court sees that you've been together and living together for 5 years, I mean, right there is almost a kind of intent that you are committed.
Yeah, I guess you would say the time together would be kind of
that would
intent.
I would say would be the number one. If you're looking for that,
we'll get this. And then number 4 says that you both must hold yourself out to friends and family as being a married couple. So right there, it kind of says that you're intent. So you're telling your friends, you're telling your family, yeah, we're married. You're not legally married, but you're a married couple. So I guess that would probably fill in the blank for number 3. That's your intent to be married because you're already, saying you are. Because I've actually met people like that. So yeah, we're married, and then come to find out they're not really.
No,
really
of
married.
course they've just been together forever, and they know they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, same.
So
yeah.
you're basically stuck in that marriage or that union you have with that other person. But again, now I was because I have I have an accountant, great guy, New York Rob, thanks a lot. But are these women smart? Because what I was trying to say was, once you get married, your taxes and your tax return, it's astronomically cut down. So
I guess it depends though.
Okay, so now I had the notion. I said, okay, so what if me and my girl, she just changed my name, her last name to my Ortiz. We went to the wedding, but didn't really take a marriage license, just had the big ordeal. She has my last name already. We'd still claim single because we aren't legally married.
Yeah, because as long as you don't mail the...
Hey, I'm not trying to give anybody leeways or little quick loops, but they could do that. They can literally still be single, collect all that tax money, but have their last name, and in the eyes of others, could be married.
Because it's legally, you're legally not, even though you go and get a marriage license, even though you may get married and the person's marrying you signs it,
wedding, yes.
It's the only way you're really legally married is when you mail that thing back in.
But I was saying, how about you just get you just get a fake priest come in, just say the whole thing, don't have to sign the marriage license. Everybody's eyes, we had went through the marriage process, so there's my intent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she has my last name, that's her intent. Right?
Yeah.
We can still claim single on our taxes.
True.
And get the most out of it, but be in, in that intent range, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Is that a little loophole? I don't want to
no,
get anybody in
think,
trouble or arrested. I don't want to get in trouble or arrested. I was just pondering the whole notion of like,
listen, I'm sure if you thought about it, I'm sure there's people out there who are doing it or have done it. I mean, that seems like a way to do things, and I think that's more of it's something. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you do that, you don't have to worry about filing jointly because
that's what I'm saying. You're still single.
Not a household.
Yeah, you're still single. So I'm gonna get my single. She's gonna get her single. But together, we are in the eyes of everybody is what she wants is just to have my last name and be married.
Listen, if you tell everybody, even if you go out anywhere, you say, "Hey, we're married," then who's not going to believe you?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
the only thing is the
I
state.
just feel like there's loopholes. I was just like, can that actually work? Can we actually do that? I was just saying. I mean, she smacked me after the whole conversation.
Yeah. See,
yeah.
I think more men would do something like that.
Why not?
I think mostly it's the women who want to make sure.
Yeah, she feels disrespected, like, so you don't want to marry? I'm like, no, that's not the point. I'm talking about extra money at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, women don't see it like that.
They don't see it that way.
They want that promise till death.
Yes. They want to know no matter what. Nah.
Yeah.
I got you. You ain't going nowhere. Again, I love my woman, so it's okay. But again, it was something to think about.
Yeah, and actually, I'm thinking about that. I'm gonna actually, do some research. Yeah.
Again, do some research. Jinx, you owe me a coke.
Yeah, okay.
Do some research. See if that's actually comparable.
Yeah, it sounds like it is. I mean, there's crazy tax laws out there, so who knows? That could be.
And again, with gas prices on the
that could be more common than usual.
$7, $8, $9. So, just saying.
Listen, I think that's a better marriage than a Hollywood marriage.
Right?
Because they don't ever last.
They never do, and they always seem to give up money somehow.
So I mean,
they're just throwing it away at this point.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just throwing it away at this point. But again, guys, I want to get back to the list, my list of different types of marriages. Okay, so everybody knows about monogamy. Okay, which is a universal type of marriage which almost exists everywhere. Such type of marriage, one man married to one woman. Okay, now what I didn't know is that there's two different types of monogamy. Now they have a straight monogamy and a serial monogamy.
See, and I think no, I didn't know that, and that sounds, really we think of just monogamy. I think these two are. I don't think they're legal.
It's kind of weird the way. I mean, all right. Let me just define it for you. So, straight monogamy is when a man marries a woman, and if they get divorced or, God forbid, either or perishes or passes away, they cannot marry again. Gotcha. That's straight monogamy. Once you're married, something happens, you never marry again. Which I think that should be realistic to everybody's life. If you got married the first time,
most people,
most people say, "Hey, forget it. Let's just do that Commonwealth thing."
Yeah, but see, is that someone if someone passes away or you just get divorced?
No, divorced or passes away. Or
divorced,
I can see divorce it happen. Or death of spouse, and they cannot marry again. And then obviously the next one is called serial monogamy, where obviously if they divorce or death, they can marry again. Okay.
Really, which is kind of just up to the partner. Yeah,
that's up to date. That's up to date.
That's kind of if you feel like it. I know some people don't feel like it afterwards. I know people who've been married 5 times.
Yeah, and just don't know why.
Yeah,
would want to do it that many times.
Keep
once
doing
or twice. Yeah, once or twice, you stub your toe about once or twice, then you really learn. That's basically
but when you get married for your 3rd or 4th time, I mean, come on already.
Yeah, it's good.
Obviously, you're not a good
something's
partner.
Going wrong.
Yeah.
Something's not adding up. Okay, now we got polygamy. Okay, and polygamy is one woman is married to more than one man at the same time.
So wait, or is it one man married to more?
One man is married to more than one woman, or one woman is married to more than one man.
That's that Utah, Idaho shit right there.
All right, so you basically can have two or three husbands, or 2 or 3 wives.
Well, look at some of the Mormons. They have that going for them.
Okay, and now they have sororal polygamy, which is when a man is married with two sisters at one time. So all you twins out there, that's what that's about. One person married. Yeah, boom, my mouth. But yes, when you are lucky enough to marry two sisters.
All right, so if you marry two sisters and you guys have sex, now you're having threesomes. Then you have your sisters that are having threesomes.
Does it count if they're twins? Don't they negate themselves? That's the rule I've always went with.
That's the rule that we say. But realistically, think about it. You're gonna have sex with your sister and your shared husband. Listen, people do this.
Hey, this is what they do. Yeah. I don't ban or
I have to ask questions because I just don't know.
People have choices. They make their own decisions, and I have no problem with that.
I just gotta wrap my head around it. That's all.
I know it's crazy. But now reading this, and again, then you have the non-sororal, where obviously you can be married to more than one woman, but they're not sisters, which is a win again.
That's like regular polygamy, then.
Which is a win again. But yes.
So sororal is just the category of. I think that's a personal thing.
Is a Latin word for soror, which means sisters.
Okay. Sororal.
Soror.
Soro. Yeah. Soro.
But yes, so that's basically that. And then we have polyandry, where one woman is married to more than one man.
That's tough.
Which I feel like the man still wins in that whole situation anyway.
You don't have, you only have 50% of the responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That is actually still practiced in some African and Indian tribes.
Yeah.
And
see, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's practiced over here. I don't think much men will.
And here we go into another type of polyandry, which is fraternal polyandry, is where if you have a brother, you can marry the same woman. So you and your brother get to marry the same woman.
That sounds like some Middle Eastern shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just that's a weird one too. I don't know why my brother would want to be with my woman. Damn you bastards. No, but I'm just saying.
Well, that's the whole thing though. Think about, and most of these things that you pointed off, and I'm sure. Listen, they're probably pretty rare in the Western world, but in these other, India and the suburbs of India. Or in Africa, these things might be practiced. It's just hard to believe that in the Western world we're so, are you really going to share your mate?
I still got another good one. So now they have a non-fraternal polyandry, where the husband of a woman are not blood related, but it's up to the woman if she wants to live with this one or that one. So if you and I were friends and we married the same woman, the only problem is she gets to only live with one of us, but we're both married. So really, basically, if you took her in, I'm basically having sex with your wife in your bed because she can't come to our house. Is that what
you're basically a booty call.
This is great.
She's like, hey, how about today? Is today good?
Yeah. Be like, yo, you done? I'm gonna come over. It's been a while. I don't understand. Okay, again, I don't understand it, but it's not my choice.
I think that's the actual basis of Tinder.
Right yeah, it says app grinder next to it.
Yeah,
it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. I'm just joking. And then you got your typical group marriage.
Group marriage.
Everybody marries everybody. Nobody.
A little group love.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah.
But does it say like what is considered a group? Is it like two couples? Is it a man and six women? Because a man and three women is a group, right? Or two couples is a group.
I guess so.
Or three men and a woman is a group. So it's kind of, I think those categories fit into what you said.
A type of marriage whereby a group of women are married to a group of men, and all of them have common husbands and wives. So yeah, you're gonna go with probably 4 or 5 couples, and everybody sleeps with everybody.
See, when you say that makes me think immediately. I think Idaho. I think Utah. I think San Francisco. Hippie, it's hippie shit right there.
I don't know. Actually, they had a great movie with Jennifer Aniston and Paul Rudd when they went to a place called Elysium, and it was like that: free body, free spirit. Fantastic movie. If you didn't know it, was ever watched.
Swingers.
It was like that, but that wasn't the name of the movie.
No, I'm saying they're swingers. Like that's
Basically, no,
kind
they
of
were. They made their own wine. They smoked a lot of marijuana, and they were also nudists.
And they just get whoever they want to get with.
They all lived in a certain community in the woods, and everybody shared everybody. Nothing was off limits. Nothing was off limits.
It's a good old-fashioned orgy.
That's
what that comes down to.
Basically, what it sounds like to me. I mean, basically, it's everybody having a good time, not worrying about anything else.
And yeah,
which what everybody should do in life.
And there are some of those places around this country.
Yes,
there are
100%.
those crazy colonies that actually exist, and I think, obviously it takes a certain kind of person, because any of these other marriages, for most of us, it's kind of like you put all your time and effort and money into one person. I don't need you sneaking out in the middle of the night or going somewhere else, or vice versa. You know what I mean? You don't really want to. But other cultures probably promote this stuff.
Don't mean to. Wanderlust. Anybody does? Have you seen it?
No.
It's such a good movie.
I'm gonna watch it.
Wanderlust is a fantastic movie if anybody's never seen it. It is great, and
Who's
especially
Paul Rudd? Okay.
And Jennifer Aniston. I mean, right there.
I'm gonna watch it now.
You got two amazing actors.
Is there full frontal nudity?
There is full frontal, but you're not going to see it from Jennifer or Paul. That's all I got to say. But there are some very, very funny actors in there. So, I mean, if nobody's watched the movie Wanderlust, fantastic.
Full frontal.
But that's basically what that group.
So where does your marriage fall in this?
Oh no, I'm plain and simple. I am monogamy. I am straight monogamy. If my wife dies, I will never marry again.
That's where most people. I think and
love you, babe.
And I think that's just people have different. Like we said before, people get married, they're divorced 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, for me, I don't see the point.
I said the same thing.
If you're gonna get married, you get married. If it doesn't work out, I believe everybody needs gets a second chance. Everybody should have a second chance at love. Okay. Now, after that second chance, again, you're going through divorce.
Again.
Again. I mean, at this point, you shouldn't stop with love, but maybe stop with the matrimony.
Well, it's either,
unless you're a billionaire and you're just going to keep paying for weddings and not have somebody try sign a prenup, then you're going to be shutting out some.
That's what I'm saying.
Hefty pay.
But if you're going on multiple marriages, either one, you can't pick you're picking the crazy people, the wrong people for you, or number two, you're the problem.
Yeah, and somebody should tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
After 3 or 4 times, somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way
look in the mirror.
You can marry the same type of person 4 times. Maybe you can. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
but
people have done.
There's got to be some kind of accountability to yourself. You might be, the problem, or at least half the problem.
Maybe they could just be a lonely try-hard. And I've known friends that jump into a relationship, and as soon as they get in, they just give everything they got, and by the time you know it, that runs out. And
yeah, some people are overwhelming. You can't really,
Yeah, some people are much, but I mean, you can't never change them. They always
now,
be like that. So.
Let's say you're a millionaire, or you have a good amount of money.
Yeah, but then you get asked the question: are you just buying love?
True. Or, because every time you get married, you go younger and younger.
No,
you start off with a 40-year-old. And
you don't always go younger and younger, but yeah, I get what
you end up with a 21-year-old. You know what I mean? So there's,
60.
there's what we call options.
Good options.
Options. But yeah, I guess. I mean, that's, I really want to sit down and talk to somebody about that I know some people, I know they've been married a few times. I don't know if I can get them to come on the show and actually talk about it.
No, I mean,
it's possible.
Marriages are always a hard spot, and to talk to people, especially if they know they've been through it so many times. They don't want to be. They don't want to be.
But I would love to understand.
Remember those 5 mistakes you did? Those
3
fuck ups you did. Remember that? Let's talk about.
Yeah, exactly. So how this happened?
Yeah.
Were they all for the same type of reason, or was it all totally different instances?
And then you got to look at timeline. Like, how long did it take for them to even tie the knot? I mean, if you're getting married within a year,
Yeah. Or 4 marriages within a decade.
I'm saying
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're not giving time to develop and you're just jumping into marriages, then obviously.
But, by your 3rd or 4th wedding, I'm surprised you have anybody who's even showing up.
Yeah, I know. I by this time it's just free booze.
I'm not coming to your wedding again.
Free booze and party.
Yeah, I'm not coming again.
Yeah, don't bring up +1 because the bride might be single soon.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
But that would be interesting. I'm going to do some research and see if I can get someone to do that. I actually might know someone who might be willing to.
And if you guys got a story, we can phone in. There is such things as phoning in conversations nowadays.
Yeah, it is true. You can phone in. We can Skype you on the show.
Yeah.
So
if you don't mind, want to get a little shot of the high life over here, us famous people.
Yeah, we'll put you on, and we'll have we'll do the conversation live with you. So you just got to let us know. Send us a message.
And let it be good.
Comment.
Let it be good. I mean, I'll take anybody at this time, but you got a good juicy story. Oh, please, let us hear it.
People want to know. People like me, because I'm curious. I'm curious to see how these. Because I've only been married once. I'm still married.
I've never been married, and
I'm not doing it again because the amount of hassle that it'll be. Going.
I just figure, there is a timeline set for after relationship timeline where you have to take in consideration about 3 to 4 months of grieving after the breakup. Then you got to figure, meeting somebody new, that's got to take another three months. Then you got to figure you don't really know somebody.
That's what I'm saying. So you're not really. So you're kind of forcing it. You're still working within that lust window.
Yeah.
And you don't really want to work within that. You want to wait till you're out of that to really make sure.
I feel like anything under a year is way too early.
It might be because some people don't realize.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just walk up to meet somebody for 6 months and say, "Oh my God, this is the woman I want to be with." And don't get me wrong, it has happened.
Yes, it has happened.
It's happened.
And it works for some people.
Wow. So it works. And sometimes it will happen.
It does work for some people.
Most likely.
Well, they say, when you meet someone new, you have about the first 2 years is the magical honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Where you love each other.
Honey, can you do this? No problem.
Yeah, there's no wrong, no fights. It's after the 2 years is when you get into the meat and potatoes.
Hey, honey, can you do it yourself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where you don't fart in front of each other and all that stuff.
When you're going home with stomach aches because you don't want to pass gas in front of the person that you're with.
Yeah.
It's not time yet.
No.
It's not time yet.
There will come a time.
Yes. When when you're the most relaxed next to somebody, that you can literally walk by and crop dust somebody sitting on the crop thing, and they're going to be like, "Babe, get that out of here."
I also think too, I think it takes longer if let's say you and the person you meet don't have any problems for like 2 years, 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I think you learn slower that way. But let's say you had a bunch of obstacles.
Yeah, that's the way.
Then you learn a little faster.
Get into the shit quick.
Yeah.
Know what you're dealing with.
Because then you'll know how this is going to work out.
Again, when you, I'm straight up. Once you meet somebody, that fake facade.
It's only gonna last a couple days.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
A week or so.
You can always be nice, but always in the background, be who you really are. So that way, later on in the relationship, there's no surprises. Like, oh, you wasn't like that when we first. No, I was like that the whole time. You just didn't know.
Unless you have.
You were blinded by all of it.
Yeah, you were blinded by that. Or unless you have no intention to go past a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is,
unless
people
you're playing
do.
around. And if they're playing around, then it's
playing the field.
It's all fun and games. Like they say, it's all fun and games. Somebody's heart gets into it.
So someone's pregnant.
I love it. All right, guys. But yeah, if you do have any comments, questions, even some stories, man, give us some comments. Smash the like button, share it, subscribe. It's free, and we would love to continue to do this with you guys all the time. And that's what we want to do. So, hit the like button, subscribe.
Hit it.
And let's see where we can go with this, all right? And again, if you guys have any upcoming conversations you want to open up to, we're here for that as well.
Yeah, let's take that journey, man.
All right, RC, you got something?
I'm good.
It's getting hot out there, guys. Make sure you hydrate, and the suntan lotion and all the good stuff for the little ones, because it down here, I know it's been getting really hot, so we want everybody to stay
yesterday
safe.
was brutal, man.
Yeah, and stay safe, keep hydrated, and don't burn out there. All right? I'll see you guys next time around, all right? Later.
See you later.